that fire, jumping out with, thumbing that, drumming that, chopper doing circles. It's a bird, take him to the potty. He's a nerd. Pop out, I ain't seen hit corners in the burbs. Pop out, done politicking with the competition. What's the word? Put that on my mama. 8 in the process. Trying to tippy-toe through the progress. Tongue-tied when the truth is an object. What's the pros and the cons of this next check? Wasn't nobody round, I was independent. In a 97 bomb with the windows tinted. Heard a bomb got in the party. Who the like this in the party? Them up. I was seeing double in the projects. Mad at myself, learn to put it to the side. Mama had to cater for the coupe that we rode after school on the way to Popeyes. And wanna play both sides, just a red dot. Don't get on the wrong red eye. It's a headshot. They became woo them guys. Round them, 2 of them guys. I'm Paris, I'm France. I thought that I told you I need the advance. Put down your IG and look through my lens. A million to grandma, who did I offend? The girl of your dreams to me is a fan. I netted 10 million and did a little dance. I'm world, I my pants. My Uncle G told me that I had a chance, so then I popped out and did it again.
We're a couple of miles from the Colorado State Capitol building. It's in Power Field at Mile High here in Denver. Here's Matt Gay ready to get this one started. And off we go from Denver. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. First and 10. Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Broncos bringing out their punter. That is fielded at the 13. And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Throwing to begin is Richardson. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. From the gun, Richardson. He'll get this complete. That's Anthony Schwartz. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Here's 1st and 10. Richardson gets this quickly to Mitchell. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Out of shotgun, Richardson. This one intercepted. Picked by the rookie out of Penn State. And the defense comes up with the first points of this one. It is a pick 6 to make it a 6-0 lead.
And, Mike, we talked all week which offense was going to be able to strike first and play with the lead. Well, the defense, they had other plans. They're able to put the first points on the board by capitalizing with that pick 6.
So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. How about 25 yards to start the drive? 1st down.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
On the ground for the first time, here comes Jonathan Taylor. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now Richardson. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Richardson will give it to Taylor. Lane fills quickly. Only managed to get this to the 14. On second down, Richardson gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Colts. His 6th touchdown now for the season. The extra point by Gay is good. And the Colts will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Come on, set. Panther 60, Panther 60. Check smash.
Now the Georgia Bulldog. Here's Nick Chubb. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment.
Ready.
2nd and 7.
Ready. 60 Bobcat. Hey, smash.
They send Sutton in motion.
Trap 60.
2nd down. Nix. And that ball incomplete over the middle. Troy Franklin, the intended target. And it'll be 3rd down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
Cougar 19. Go, Rick, go. Check Bobcat. 18 Rattle. Hut.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. He finds Mims. It's complete. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. A run now with McLaughlin. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. He's tackled there by Quiddy Peck. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Let's go.
A run up the middle with Chubb. And he's going to bring this one close to a 1st down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short.
Hawk 70. Nike 18. Hey, check that. Street.
Play action now. It's Nix. He manages to get the throw away and completes it.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a 1st down.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. The throw on the run is complete. A 19-yard pickup there. Good for a Denver 1st down.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons. He can spread the ball out and find the open space.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Throwing is Nix. And the Broncos are looking at a 1st and goal as he's taken down at the 2-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up 2nd and goal.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try it again from the 2. 2nd and goal.
Here we go, here we go. Panther Street.
They'll go play action with Nix. And he'll take it on in. Troy Franklin. Touchdown, Denver. Here's Lutz now for the extra point. He's got it. Broncos will move out to a 14-7 lead. So now after the touchdown, Lutz gonna send this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Richardson to throw. Got a man left side. It's caught. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
A gain of 27 on the play. And the Colts 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Richardson. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
A 2nd down throw for Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Give up the middle to Taylor. And he'll work this into the red zone inside the 20-yard line, taken down after a gain of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Let's go now.
On play action, Richardson. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. To throw, it's Richardson. That is caught by the tight ends. Touchdown, Indy.
This is one of those cases, Mike, where the play caller understands, I got 3 points in my back pocket. There's no need here to be conservative. Let's keep this drive alive and see if we can come away with a touchdown. But instead of just trying to pick up the 1st down, they go for the big one, and it's a perfect throw, great catch, and they come away with 6.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. A pass complete to the tight end, Evan Ingram. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
That's good for a Denver Broncos. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Street. 60 Maverick.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. That's caught right side, it's Franklin. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And he will get into the end zone. Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Broncos. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll motion over Pierce. We're going to get this outside. This could be a double pass. The throw is going to be caught. The Colts will signal for their third and final timeout. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Richardson. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Richardson going to look to throw. He's going to look downfield once again. And that ball intercepted by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos will take over at their own 15.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
70 Lions. Here we go, shot. Hey, smash Broncos. Check smash, check smash. Panther 11, Panther 11. Check go.
Knicks now on 1st and 10. He'll air it out down the middle. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. I think we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. That's complete to his running back, Taylor.
Man, he fit that one in a tight window. One thing he showed off was his arm strength and his accuracy, but in the grand scheme of things, it didn't really amount to much.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. He'll check this one down to Taylor. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
To the left side, that's caught by Mitchell. They get 14 on that hookup. First down, Indianapolis.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, Richardson. Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Throwing, Richardson. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
That is not going to do it. Tried to bite off a lot with that one. It's no good. And they are not able to draw closer. So they come to the line for first down and 10. A run here. It's McLaughlin. It's a short pickup, taking this to the 49. DeForest Buckner brings him down. They'll come up on a second down and 8. They'll throw. It's Nix. That's complete. It's McLaughlin. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is such a challenging route for any defender to guard, Mike, and here's why. It's really a three-way go. I can either run into the flat, I can either sit and stop and just find open space, or in this case, the defender overcommits. I could break back across his face to the middle of the field, and you're wide open.
On first and 10, it's Chubb. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They send Sutton in motion. Now, a second down throw for Nix. He connects with Mims. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 8-yard line.
Viking 18.
They'll run. This is McLaughlin. And he'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a third down and 4.
Go, Reed, go. Set it. Ready.
On the bootleg, it's Nix. That's hauled in at the 2. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be first and goal.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
Trying to fight his way into the end zone, but they will mark him short. Down at the 1.
Go.
One more time, it's Chubb. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Denver. The kick by Lutz is good. The Broncos have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. So now after the touchdown, Lutz gonna send this one away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Ready, break. Here we go, set.
They'll motion over Pierce. Now a throw here. It's backwards. He might, and for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Talanoa Hufanga. And And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ready, set, check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Set, 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler, 19, Lion, 7 Pirate, 7 Pirate.
Nix now to throw it here on 1st down. He will air this out, looking for Sutton. That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. Cortland Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Going for it all. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Surtain.
A lot of defenses will try to isolate the best receiver, Mike, and say, okay, we're going to take him out of the game. Well, I think in this case, we might see the offense do the exact same thing. They might take this one particular defender into pass coverage and say, we are not going to throw his way. He's already gotten me twice. I'm not going to let him get me again.
And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
Play action now. It's Nix. He's got his tight end. It's Ingram. 11 yards on the connection there. 1st down, Broncos.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on 3rd down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They'll run it straight ahead with Chubb. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
Once again, it's Chubb. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Ball resting on the 9. 1st down and goal. going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Lutz for the extra point. His kick is good. The Broncos are going to extend their lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. Second down and 8. Here's Richardson. This is caught down that right sideline. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.